Miss Santos, my son's cousin will visit me tomorrow along with his wife. Can you go get a cake from that nice pastry store near the river? Don't get something cheap looking.
Okay. Catherine, can you stop calling me that? It's been a year since I got married to Glenn. Now my last name is the same as yours, Caldwell. Besides, I have a first name, and it's Fern, so...
I don't know what to say. I've been calling you Miss Santos this whole time. It just feels weird to me that you call yourself a Caldwell. Why would someone who isn't my family use the same last name as me?
Huh? I got married to Glenn. But I'm still not a part of the family to you?
Because you're still an outsider, right? Never mind that, Miss Santos. You better go get me that cake soon. Oh, and toilet paper and shampoo at the drugstore. Add some steak from the butcher's to that list. Beef sirloin for 4 people.
Not for 5 people.
4 portions. For Xavier, Rita, me, and Glenn. You see? 4 people.
Well, what about me?
Come on. You've got to be kidding, right? Why do I need to give such nice meat to a stranger? Only Caldwells get to eat steak. You're a Santos, so none for you.
Hey, can you stop all of this?
What are you talking about, Miss Santos? No way! You really want to eat steak that badly, huh? Even though you're staying with Glenn in that house he inherited from us, you still have the nerve to ask for a steak, too. Oh, you are so greedy, Miss Santos. My goodness.
Hey, Catherine, can you listen to me?
That's how it is, so I leave the shopping to you.
Hi, Catherine. Why did you say all that to me yesterday?
What are you talking about?
Please don't play dumb. When Xavier and Rita visited, all you said were inside jokes and gossip that I didn't understand. I laughed because I was just trying to play along to not make it awkward. But then you yelled at me saying, "Don't laugh, you don't even understand." Xavier and Rita were really shocked.
Well, it was your fault. You tried to cut into the conversation, even though you didn't understand a thing we were saying. We were just trying to enjoy our family time together.
I didn't cut in. I was just laughing and playing along. You made them feel so uncomfortable. They came all the way to visit here.
Are you trying to make me the bad guy here? They were just gaping at you for your inconsideration, weren't they? It was you who made them feel uncomfortable, Miss Santos.
That wasn't the only thing. What was with that conversation about the family vacation? Why do I need to stay at home alone? And you've already booked it?
Of course. So what? It's a family trip, so only family members are allowed to go. Why would an outsider come with us?
Why do you want to leave me out so much? What would make you accept me as part of the family?
Let me think. Well, maybe I never will. I thought long and hard about it, but I couldn't come up with any ideas.
Glenn, can I talk to you for a bit? Is now good?
Yeah, what's up, Fern? Is this about Mom?
Yes. I talked to her about last night, but she didn't listen to me at all. She didn't try to understand me at all.
That's my mother for you. What did she say?
I asked her when she would accept me as part of the family, but she said that she never will.
I always knew that she puts her family first above all else. But even this is too much for her.
Actually, the truth is, the only reason I didn't have a steak yesterday is because your mom didn't let me. She doesn't want to give outsiders such good meat.
Is that true? You said you had a stomach ache, so I just took that at face value. Oh, sorry for not noticing. I'm really sorry, but tell me next time, okay?
It's just that you seem to be really enjoying having a good time with your cousin and his wife for the first time in ages. I lied because I didn't want to ruin the atmosphere.
Thanks for thinking of us. But Mom has been strict to you from before. Have you been picked on by her like this for a long time?
Yeah. Not only has she tried to exclude me from things, she's pushed all her chores, shopping, and errands on me, so I haven't had much time for myself. Every time she sees me, she harasses me and tells me I'm not a part of the family. I tried my best to impress her and get her to accept me, but I started to think it's stupid to even try since yesterday. I'm exhausted.
I'm sorry that I didn't notice this before. I'm really sorry for what Mom did.
Don't be. It's also because I didn't tell you. I tried so hard because I wanted to get along with her if possible. But I should have told you earlier.
I'm glad that you were making an effort to get along with her. Thank you for being nice to her, of all people. Leave me to deal with her now. I won't let you go through this anymore.
But how? I don't think she'll listen even if we talk to her or get angry with her.
It's okay. I have a plan.
Hey, Miss Santos. My son has been ignoring me since a couple of days ago. I bet you said something to him, right? Whatever you do, I won't let you come on vacation with us. Since you aren't my family, Miss Santos. You're a bad influence on my Glenn. You need to leave him ASAP.
I changed my last name, Mom.
Huh? What are you talking about, Miss Santos?
It's me, Glenn. Bye, Mom. I have no intention of ever seeing you again.
What? Is it really Glenn? Wait, what do you mean you changed your last name? What?
I legally changed my name and became Santos too. Santoses are outsiders to you, right? Then you and I are unrelated, Mom.
Oh no, you're joking, right? You can't possibly change your last name so easily.
Actually, I can. You can get your name changed legally pretty easily.
What?
It would also have been possible for me to divorce Fern and remarry her, which is what I was thinking of doing at first, but that would have been a headache. So Fern suggested I just get my own name changed legally to Santos. It was a great idea.
Why did you do that? When you get married, the wife takes the husband's last name, right?
It's you who didn't accept Fern as part of the family, even after we got married.
Are you going to ditch the Caldwell family?
Even if I became a Santos, I have cousins, so it's not as if the Caldwell name will die off. Anyway, all this stuff about keeping the family name alive, or the wife needing to take on the husband's last name. In this day and age, those are outdated ideas. It's even being debated that couples should keep their own names. Of course, I'm attached to the Caldwell name since I used it for so long, but Fern is more important to me.
That woman is manipulating you. A kind son like you wouldn't ditch me, right, Glenn?
Hey now, did you think I would stay silent after you hurt my beloved wife? The most important person to me is my partner, Fern. Honestly, I can't think of you as my family. I'm embarrassed to have you as my mother.
Wait, Glenn! What did you do to my son? Text me back right now. Where are you now? You're biting the hand that feeds you. I didn't consider you my family because I knew this would happen.
What's wrong? Why so emotional, Catherine? You've been blowing up my phone with texts, and it's so annoying. Glenn's driving now.
I'm texting you, not him. You showed him our texts and let him reply using your phone. You coward. You must have told him some lie or other to get him to do that. Otherwise, he wouldn't say such cruel things to me.
You really don't know what's going on around you. You're so hopeless that I'm almost impressed. Anyone would be stunned after seeing your awful texts to me. Shall I tell you how your family and relatives think of you?
I already know it myself. I'm a very reliable person for my family and relatives. I'm like the pillar of the family that organizes everything.
No. Glenn detested the way you only cared about the immediate family. When he was still just a kid, you told his friend who came to visit, "I don't have food to spare for other people's children." Since then, he lost touch with him, and he was really sad. I thought you were cold to me just because I'm his wife, but you really do only care about your blood relatives.
Of course. Blood is thicker than water. When it comes to it, you can only trust your flesh and blood.
Is that really true? When Xavier and Rita came to visit the other day, they were shocked when they saw you bullying me. They told their parents and other relatives about that. The entire Caldwell family now know all about you being the evil mother-in-law bullying me. Is that what you mean when you say blood is thicker than water, Catherine?
No way, that can't be true. My relatives wouldn't spread bad rumors about me.
I'm really impressed by how you think. I'll say it plain and simple. Your relatives avoid you because they can't stand you. Did you know that the Caldwell women go out for drinks together once a month?
Huh? I've never heard about that.
I thought not. I was invited every time, but I declined because it would be annoying if you found out.
Why would you be invited when I'm not?
Don't you think it's a sign that I'm right about everyone hating you? They all said it too. We don't want to invite Catherine because she can't read between the lines and she'd ruin the fun atmosphere. It's you who's been left out, not me.
That's a lie.
I'm just telling you the facts. I guess they were keeping in contact with you before because Glenn lives so close. But none of them would come close to you if it was just you in the neighborhood.
A last name is a family bond. We've inherited it from generation to generation. Are you trying to destroy that? Is it fun for you to ruin my family?
Are you serious? That a last name is a family bond? A last name is just a word that gets put on a piece of paper. I think that the things that really connect people's hearts together are caring and love. What you call a bond. It's just a chain that you use to try to bind people. If you think I'm wrong, why don't you ask your relatives to persuade Glenn to change his name back? Show me the bond you're talking about. Of course, all the Caldwells steered clear of Catherine after Glenn and I moved away from them. I heard what happened from Xavier and Rita. Catherine called all her relatives to visit her, but they all rejected her. She finally realized that she was being shunned by the family. Glenn has been ignoring all of her messages. She started to drink excessively. She's even taken to gambling to ease her loneliness. She's spending a lot of money on that, even during the week and in the daytime. I heard she nearly used up her entire retirement fund and even got into debt. But we lost touch with her, so it's none of our business. As for Glenn, he's happy with the name of Santos, saying it suits him more than Caldwell. And maybe his new name is bringing him good luck. He won the lottery and got promoted, too. He seems to be satisfied with his name change. I'm actually glad that Glenn became Santos. I liked my maiden name because I was used to it. I'm grateful that he threw away his last name for me. I've been through a lot, but I'm so glad that I met Glenn.
How are you? I feel some pressure around my stomach, but overall I'm fine. It feels like the delivery is right around the corner. I'm glad you're fine. Ever since I got pregnant with the second child, my health has been all over the place. I know, right? I didn't have so much trouble with my health when I was pregnant with Anne. I guess it varies depending on the child. Is Anne fine? Is she feeling lonely? She often asks about you, Betty, wondering if you've already gone to bed when it gets night. But it seems like her joy of becoming a big sister outweighs that. While looking at the ultrasound photo of the baby, she keeps saying, "I wish it would be born soon." I see. If she's looking forward to it that much, I guess it's reassuring. They often say that when a new baby is born, the older child tends to regress. I was a little worried about that. It should be fine. Anne is already a grade schooler after all. Right. Oh, by the way, what happened with the business trip? Did it get confirmed? Yes. I'm really sorry. The department head wants me as the project leader to go on this business trip. It can't be helped. You've been working really hard, hoping that if this project goes well, you might be able to get a promotion. And I've been working hard for that, Hans. I'm being counted on by the people at the company. I have to meet their expectations. So, as we discussed before, it wouldn't be right to leave Anne alone at home. So we can leave her at your parents' place while we go back to our hometown. Yes. I asked your parents too, and they seem more than happy. They seem happy to live with their grandchild for a month. They even said they'd take care of dropping her off at and picking her up from school. Is that okay? It's fine. They've just retired and have some free time. I'm sorry. This time, because of my circumstances, it's ended up being a childbirth in our hometown. If I could have helped a bit more with the house, it would have ended with your mother coming over like last time. Your parents' house isn't that far from ours. It's okay. It's easier for me at my parents' house. And there's also the matter of my health this time. I see. We'll be apart for a while, but let's try to get through this. I love you. Today the baby was moving around a lot, so energetic. It seems like it will be born soon. Really? I'm excited! Did you hear from Dad about the overnight stay? Yes! Dad is busy with work, right? That's right. We'll have to say goodbye to Dad for a while. Are you okay with that? Yes! I promise to play a lot with Dad when I get home. I'm fine. I see. Well then, Grandpa will come to pick you up tomorrow. Okay. Good morning. I'll be home around 3 p.m. Anne is so excited to see her dad after such a long time. Make sure you play with her a lot when we get back. I can't unlock the door. Can you open it? Aren't you home right now? I've changed the locks, so don't come back. Huh? What are you saying? Is this some sort of surprise? Don't come back. Wait, what's happening? Did something happen? Just let us in. It's starting to rain and the kids will get soaked. No way. This is not your house anymore. Just go away, okay? I don't understand. What on earth is happening? We're temporarily sheltering at a neighbor's house because of the rain. Can you explain what's going on? Explain? Think about it deep in your heart.
What are you trying to say? You're not in your right mind if you're kicking out your own children.
My children? Don't lie. Tell the truth. They're not really my kids, are they?
What?
I had a hunch from the first child. Anne doesn't look like me. The second one, who was just born, looks even less like me. That's when I knew.
Wait, are you suggesting I cheated on you? What makes you say that?
Getting heated like this just makes you look guilty.
You used to adore Anne.
Because I thought she was my child.
I can't believe this. I'll contact my parents. I'll report to your parents too.
What the hell are you trying to do? You're going to twist the story to suit you, aren't you? I'll do the explaining. You just babysit the brat.
Brat?
Anyway, don't come back today. Understood?
Are we not allowed to come home? Daddy, what about our promise to play? Didn't we promise to play together when I get home? Did you and Mom have a fight? You need to make up. My teacher at school said so. When you fight, you have to say sorry.
Listen, Anne. All of this is Mom's fault. Mom lied to Dad.
Lied?
Dad isn't your real dad, Anne. So don't call me Dad anymore. Brat.
Hey, how can you say that to a child? Anne is shocked and crying. What happened to you over this past month?
Nothing happened. I'm sane. Rather, I feel like I've returned to my true self.
What's that supposed to mean? Was all that kindness a lie? Do you remember the vows we made at our wedding? To trust each other at all times. You said it too.
Shut up. Be quiet. Don't contact me anymore.
Wait. I can't possibly accept this. Hands. What do you mean they're not my kids? I see. I get it all now. The real reason why you've changed your mind.
Huh? There's no real reason. The cause is you.
You said you're taking shelter from the rain at a neighbor's house, right? At Davis's house, a mom friend. The house diagonally across from ours.
So what?
When we were visiting our hometown, Davis said she accidentally saw it when she was driving. You bringing a woman into her house.
Just because you're cornered, don't start spouting nonsense. Or is it this? All the women are teaming up to push the responsibility on me. This is why I hate housewives. They have nothing better to do than spread ridiculous rumors.
There's evidence.
What?
Davis's car dashcam. I checked just in case, and it was all clearly recorded. I was shocked when I saw the woman's face. Your ex-girlfriend, right? It was Angela, wasn't it?
That was a colleague from work. It's not Angela. It's a case of mistaken identity.
Angela and I went to the same high school and college. I saw her face often, and her distinctive mole hasn't changed since then. I wouldn't mistake her. Should we track down our friends from college and contact Angela? We can also send her the dashcam data and ask if it's her. Or we could hire a private detective.
Enough already. I got it. Angela did come to her house. Are you happy now?
That's not good enough. You were saying something about the kids. A little investigation will show that those two are indeed your children. Why would you say something so stupid? Explain it properly from your mouth.
Shut up. What's with that tone? You sound like my mom. It's true that when women give birth, they transform into this creature called a mother. They lose all their appeal as the opposite sex. Even though Angela was so wonderful, it's a huge difference.
You plotted against me to get together with Angela. Tried to divorce me under favorable conditions for you. If so, you're the worst. You said such terrible things to little Anne. You're an irredeemable scumbag.
Shut up. You, after all, don't know anything about me. Don't make assumptions.
Then speak up. Stop blabbering nonsense. Come on, come on.
I've been holding back all this time.
Huh? Holding back?
I never even liked kids, but playing the role of a good father was well received at work. In this day and age, you never know where information will leak from. So I had to keep up appearances at work, in front of my wife's family, and in front of our family. It was all for promotion. Living like that was suffocating. But the moment you all went back to your hometown, I felt that our cramped house suddenly became spacious. I could go out for a drink late at night, meet with friends. I hadn't had that kind of freedom since I was single.
Is that why you ran into Angela again?
Yeah, Angela hadn't changed at all. It was like my heart time traveled back to my bachelor days. Every day was rosy. I was so happy. But when you guys came back, this fun time would disappear, and I'd be back to that suffocating life. That's why I kicked you guys out to prevent it.
I see. So you're basically drunk on a momentary freedom, and your head is filled with fantasies. Looking at you now, you're clearly not sane.
If you're convinced, that's just fine. Go ahead and leave me. That way I'm freed from the burden and can truly be free.
Do what you want? I don't want to live with a man like you anyway. However, make sure you pay the child support, and I'll definitely be claiming alimony.
Give as much as you like. It doesn't hurt or bother me at all. So it's an agreement between both parties. It's an amicable divorce. No more lingering issues. Let's not dig up the past ever again. Let's stop the unnecessary fights.
You just don't want to go to court, right? It would only put you at a disadvantage. You're so low. Well, never mind.
Betty, how are you doing?
Who is this?
It's me. It's Hans. You forgot about me? That's harsh.
Ah, it's been a while. I was about to forget you. Rather, I prefer not to retain even a millimeter of memory concerning you. I was thinking it was about time you contacted.
Were you waiting for my call? That's nice.
Don't just interpret things in a way that suits you. I just thought it was about time you woke up and came crying back in a disgraceful manner. Did you enjoy your fleeting freedom? Is Angela doing well?
Are you asking even though you know?
Of course. I heard that Angela dumped you. Why? Why don't you tell me the reason?
Well, Angela got angry because you sued me for alimony, and then we had a fight.
I see, but that's natural, right? I told you clearly. I'll claim the alimony strictly. You agreed, didn't you?
I didn't think that Angela would be charged too at that time. I didn't think that far. It's natural to claim alimony from a cheating husband and his lover, right?
Ah, but you were like a drunk at that time, and your head was full of fantasies, so you couldn't think that far.
You're right. I was out of my mind. Please. I want you to take me back. I returned to my old self.
No, the family bonds you broke won't return just because of that. And we are divorced. We're strangers now.
Please. I can't take it anymore. I can't stand going home. Even when I come home tired from work, the house is dirty, dark, and no meal is served. There's no family to welcome me home. I'm about to lose it from loneliness.
Ah, I see.
Really? Right now, I'm mentally quite unstable, and because of that, I'm not doing well at work. I can't keep my relationships as smooth as before.
Ah, that's probably because your mental state, or rather the people at your company dislike you. The story that you're the scumbag who locked his wife and child out of the house has gotten around to your coworkers.
Why? Don't tell me you deliberately ratted me out to the company. Don't mess with me. I told you it was an amicable divorce.
I didn't do anything. Remember Davis, who let us take shelter during that incident? He seems to have spread the rumor.
What?
It seems like Davis knows someone who works at the same company as you. The rumor spread from that person throughout the company. There's a saying, no one can put a door on people's mouths. Your carefully built image is now shattered. I doubt you'd be fired, but it might impact your future. Oh, speaking of which, weren't there talks about a promotion?
You're kidding. Betty. If things go on like this, my life will really be over. But if you guys are with me, I'm sure I can start over. I want to see the kids. I want to talk to Anne again.
No.
I've been saying all this. Why won't you listen to my request? Are you saying it's okay no matter what happens to me? You're heartless.
Stop throwing a tantrum. Right now you're just like a baby. Hey, Mom? Did you talk to Dad? Yes. Did Dad say anything? He said he wants to see you guys. You know, do you still want to see Dad? I used to. Is it different now? I realized when I saw you and the grandparents talking, Dad did something bad, right? Yes, he did. He did something very terrible. You were very sad. And Mom was very sad too. Yes, I know. I saw Mom crying in the middle of the night. My school teacher said, if you fight, you have to apologize and make up. But if you do something very bad, even if you say sorry, you won't be forgiven. Dad did something like that, right? So I won't see Dad until he really regrets it. Is that okay? Yes. I want Dad to really reflect on it. I see. You're an adult, aren't you? Probably the most adult in the family. When Han's father learned of what we had suffered at the hands of Hans, he was understandably furious. Hans was disowned by his father, ensuring that he would receive no further assistance, regardless of what might happen in the future. Whether influenced by the rumors circulating at work, soon Hans was demoted and relocated to a remote rural area. His chances of promotion were cut off, and it seems his salary was reduced as well. But given that he needs to pay child support, quitting his job isn't really an option. Until Anne can find it in her heart to forgive him, Hans' days of atonement will continue. As for me, I'm helping out at the company my father runs, while studying for a caregiver qualification. This is an effort to secure a higher paying job. My youngest is still small, which can be difficult, but Anne has been a huge help, taking care of my little sister like a second mother. From now on, we three women plan to support each other and carry on.